Hello raccoons. Today I've decided to make a myth unit tier list. I'm gonna rank all the myth units based on how I think they perform in competitive play. Either based on the age you unlock them or like how good they are throughout the entire game. Maybe I'll discuss both when I'm ranking them. And there's a lot to rank, so I'm gonna have to hurry up a little bit, I guess. How should I do this? I could just go through in order, but yeah, let's go with Avengers. And I'm probably gonna have to move things around as I'm going because it's gonna be hard to get these all right the first time, I think. So Avengers. Not a unit I've used too much because Horus just isn't that popular, right? You normally just go Meteor or Osiris when you play in Egypt. I actually think these are a pretty good myth unit. And you only unlock them in Mythic, so we only have to worry about Mythic Age. Probably put them in A for now. I think they're a good unit. Especially if you do an Eclipse with them. They do a lot of spinning. It's kind of strong actually. Anubite. This guy probably goes in S. At least for now. These are so good early game for harassing the enemy. The fact that they can jump now onto wherever you target the ability is like really insane, to be honest. They can go over walls without an enemy being there and all sorts of stuff like this. And to be honest, the pathing in the game is a little bit like buggy or clunky. When Anubite jumps, things tend to stop chasing them, which makes them a lot better than they should perhaps be. But yeah, they're really good, really good. I never really regret making them in the start of Classical, to be honest. They might fall off a bit as the game goes on. They're only really useful at raiding, but they're very good at that, so I'm going to put them in S. Argus, this is a interesting one. I kind of want to put it in A for now, but I might move it later. I don't use these much, but they are or can be very strong. They have this. They don't one-shot things anymore, by the way, but they do leave like a pool of acid on the ground and just do like a ton of damage to everything. So if your army's clumped up, you get destroyed by these things now, like really hard. Battle Ball. Honestly, might just put him in D for now. I don't feel like I don't get much value out of these things when I make them anymore. They feel worse than they did in the old game. I don't know why. Automatons. I think they can go in D or C. Put them in C for now. I honestly just haven't really used these things at all. So they might be good. That's why I'm putting them in C for now instead of D, because I don't know how good they are. The reason I haven't used them is simply because Caladria, Carnivora, or the Prometheans and the Valor are just good. Like, you only get spider eggs with these guys, and I don't know if those are great or not. They just have a nice tech for extra pierce armor when you go up with Leto, but I think I can go in C for now. Behemoth. I think they're a D tier, honestly. They haven't seemed great when I've used them. They have some sort of weird thing going on in Retold where they take less damage from the front, or they take more damage from the sides and the back. But yeah, I haven't really used them enough either, to be honest. But again, because Theia and Hyperion. So much better than Rhea. As a whole package, that you end up not taking the behemoths much. Galadriel probably goes in A. I think this used to be S tier, like maybe even like the best. But now it's a little bit nerfed, it can go in A. It's got good utility, right? Throughout the whole game, healing your army is always nice. Maybe it goes ahead of Argus and Avengers. Maybe, yeah. But here. Centaur, that probably goes in S for now. I don't know, maybe even the best myth unit in the game. I honestly don't know, but it's very strong right now. It's in the meta. The arrow volley thing is just like insane. Throughout the entire game, actually. Probably scales better than Anubite. I think that's why he has to go here in front of him. Centaur Manus. This guy was like S tier when he was bugged. But now he's fixed. I guess he goes in B? Or A? A or B? I don't know. Some of these myth units, I just don't see them often enough to evaluate them properly yet. But you can have a rough idea of stuff, I guess. It's just my opinion as well, right? Mimer is probably going in S, I think ahead of Anubite's units. Really good to have. Like this myth unit alone almost makes me like regret going Hephaestus in most of my games when I'm Poseidon or Hades. Artemis having this is so good because it costs food and it's really strong as well. So like when the map runs out of gold late game, and maybe even wood as well, you can just start spamming these things for food and praying a lot. And it's like, that's how you can win a game sometimes as Greek in late game. It's kind of insane. And they're fast, good at raiding, good against clumped up enemies with the special, and they're just really good. Colossus, kind of underwhelming these days, to be honest. I don't know. Like in the old game, I'd have put them quite high, but now I feel like maybe they can even go in C. They just haven't had too much impact when I've played with them. Maybe it's because all the other myth units got buffed. These guys feel a bit, I don't know, left behind. They're really tanky and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, Cyclops. This is an interesting one because probably it used to be like E tier, but now he got... I think he's underrated right now. I might even like just throw him in A. His new special is really... Well, it's not even like it's a new special, but it's kind of a new special. You can target fire the special now, which is cool. They just seem good. I think they got buffed a lot compared to the old game. They're still slow though, which is... Like, the fact that they're so slow maybe puts them in B, but... I'll leave him here for now. The Draugr. New classical myth unit from Freya. I want to put this guy in B, but ahead of him, perhaps. I think this is a good myth... It's honestly a good myth unit. It's hard to... Well, it's like a troll, but it's like a better version of a troll, basically. The fact that it costs wood is really nice in Classical Age. You don't get a lot of favors Norse to like spam them, so... I think like these work better in large numbers and you don't get too much favor, sadly. Dryad, honestly, right now, probably like A. High A tier. Yeah, just really good now that they cost wood. They're so spammable as Atlantean. It's the change to make these cost wood has definitely buffed Theia a lot as a minor god option. Einherjar. I think he can go in B. maybe? Or like top of C, maybe. They're not bad, like... Are they... I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember if they buff allied units damage or not. But they definitely... They give them a speed boost now, which is really cool. Maybe they even go in B. I'll put it here. I just don't like Heimdall all that much as an option, which kind of sucks for the Einherjar, but I think they can be really good. The Fafnir. Freya's new Mythic Age unit. Well, these are intended to be like... I think intended to be like one of the strongest myth units in the game. Which probably makes them highly rated, right? They do give 300 gold to the enemy though when they die, which kind of is a big downside. I don't know. Put him in the top of B for now. It is a strong myth unit though. Fenris Wolf, I think, honestly, maybe they just go in D. I like Fenris Wolves a lot. The fact that you can build a pack of them and they all buff each other is really cool, but they just don't feel that impactful on this game. It's hard to make them work. Fire Giants, maybe go in near the top of B as well. I feel like these things are really good. They do a ton of damage. They can wipe out like a whole back line of archers and stuff really fast. But they don't have a lot of HP. They're honestly like kind of a glass cannon in this game. So I'll just put them here. Frost Giants I think are good. Maybe put them like here. Being able to frost an enemy myth unit makes them pretty much 1v1 anything, and they have a lot of pierce armor. They're very tough in Heroic Age to deal with. Hydras, ooh. Things are kind of insane now. Put it here. The fact that they get more heads and they do just so much damage. It's like... honestly, yeah, it's honestly just like kind of insane. They do cost food though, which kind of is a bit rough. But I think they're good. Yeah. Lampade. I'm gonna have to put this in D for now because I haven't seen this Smith unit enough to make a proper conclusion. I know it can get an upgrade to transform. I think it's only human units though into chickens, which might be good against like elephants, but just gonna have to go there for now. Manticore. This belongs in A somewhere. Maybe like here. Yeah, just good ranged myth unit. Does a bunch of damage to multiple things. Costs wood, which is nice. Same thing for Medusa, really. You can stone one target and cost wood. It's just kind of good. Minotaur. Does he go in S? Maybe. Just because he was meta recently. But that makes me feel bad about putting the Cyclops so far down. I think Minotaur could stay here for now. Obviously has his knockback special ability, which does kind of a bunch of damage to a lot of things. They're just quite tough, and they're also really fast. If you get the upgrade, they're honestly so fast. Yeah, and people were just spamming them every game for a while. I think they may have nerfed them a bit. Honestly, this Mountain Giant, I think he can go in S tier. I feel like these are really good on this game. If you get that upgrade for them and they kick things, they do like a ton of damage. They're very tanky. Like they have insane stats. They do cost food, but they're really good, yeah, really good. Mummies I think maybe can also go in S tier. Maybe A. Somewhere in A. I think these are really good. As a backline. You have Son of Osiris, Mummies and Camels. It's like So hard to fight this army, man. So hard. And they cost wood again, which is really nice. The Nemean Lion, he goes somewhere here too. The stun special ability is really strong, and if you upgrade them, the radius is really big. So yeah, the fact that they cost gold though, maybe nerfs them a little bit. Sukas, you can go like here maybe. Honestly, I think I really like these things. But I think I'd be kidding myself if I put them above most of these. I think they are a very decent myth unit though. They can pick things off at range. I mean, when I think about it, I don't know. Maybe I'd rather have Fire Giants and Petsukos over this guy. I'm not sure. Hard to say. But yeah, these are really good. I really like using them in Retold. They have 26 range with the upgrade. It's kind of insane. Phoenix. I actually think this unit's really good. Should I put this? The bottom of S tier, maybe? It's just so... Because it's flies, it makes it really good. Just like if you find gold villages somewhere, you can splash them all with the fire, and it just does a ton of damage. So I think this is like warranted being an S tier. Prometheans. I'm going to top of B or something like this. I honestly think they're very good. They're very cheap, spammable myth unit, and you get like 4 units for every single one, right? So you get so many units. If the enemy doesn't have anti-myth unit stuff in their army, they can have a bad time against Prometheans. Honestly, these could easily go higher on the tier list. But they do have some downsides. Now the Rock, I think he goes in D tier. Maybe the bottom of D tier. Because this thing got nerfed in Retold really hard, but I'm happy about that. If the Rock is here in the tier list, I'm glad. I don't like playing against Rocks at all. It's very annoying. I mean, I think they still might have utility in certain situations. Obviously, being able to transport army over unpassable terrain is, at any point in the game, is very good. But now that we also have recastable god powers, I guess that also nerfs the Rock. So yeah, he probably belongs here. Like before, you could only do 1 Underworld game or 1 Shifting Sands. Now you can do multiple. So having the Rock later is not as cool, I guess. Rock Giants. These might be an S tier unit. I'll put them next to the Mountain Giant. I feel like they're equally cool and as good as them. They have insane stats. They have a taunt ability now. Or should I say it's like a new taunt ability. It's really cool. And yeah, they can eat buildings and heal, which is cool. Satyr probably goes in S tier as well, somewhere. Put him behind a Rock Giant. These things, if you use them properly, could just like murder an entire army. Especially because you have chaos when you make these. If you put chaos on the enemy and then you do a bunch of Satyr specials on the middle of their army, you can kill everything in one shot, pretty much. Very, very insane. Scarabs. We go in B tier somewhere. They're good at sieging buildings. I think these are... Like, Scarabs are better than siege towers, I would say. Because siege towers can die to villagers and Scarabs just don't care. In fact, if Scarabs died to villagers, they probably almost kill them all with them because of the damage they do when they die. Splash damage. So yeah, not a bad unit. Scorpion Man. I feel like he's B tier somewhere, maybe like here. There's a very, very solid, strong myth unit, to could have as well. Poison's really good. Good at raiding villages. And he costs wood, which again is always nice. Sphinx. Probably goes in B tier somewhere too. If you use these things properly, they can be really good though. They come with Eclipse, so that can make them really strong. They can go really fast with the upgrades in the Eclipse. And really very good at raiding things. Symphalian birds. I want to put this quite high again because it flies. Having the ability to fly is just... maybe it goes in B tier somewhere. Next is Scorpion Man. Yeah, good unit. You can raid the enemy villages with them again by flying around the map. Same with the Phoenix. It's annoying to deal with them. And they're not easy to kill in a fight because they just stay in the back line and shoot at things. It's just hard to pick them off when they're all the way back there. Trolls, I think, can go at the top of C tier maybe. Like I said before, I think the Draugr is a better version than a troll. But these guys are not bad actually. The Boulder Special's quite an interesting ability. It does splash damage to the enemy. Valkyries. Surely these go quite high, right? Somewhere in A. Because they're just actually pretty good myth units. And also they have a heal, which is always really good to have, healing in your army. And they're fast. So yeah. Again, the problem with these is Norse favor collection rate in classical is usually not the best. So like all the classical Norse myth units kind of suffer from that a bit. Wadjet. You can go in the top of C tier. This is definitely better than the old game. The old game, so Wadjet would be like at the bottom of D, almost. But the new poison it has does a lot of damage actually, so yeah. Seems we move on to the water myth units now. Crabs, Karkinos. I don't know too much about the myth units yet in this game, so the first one I'll rate is this one. And he just goes in S tier somewhere. Like, this thing is so strong. It's insane. Yeah. Crabs maybe go in B tier somewhere. Because, like, I don't know, just a decent unit. I don't think it has anything cool going on either. It's just like, it's nice when it spawns and it can do something for you. I guess that's about it. Kraken go in A somewhere. This thing's really good. Maybe even S. Probably A. Put it here. Obviously can one-shot ships. Has a lot of HP. It attacks kind of slow though, that's the one bad thing. And it costs food. So yeah, maybe even, I don't know, a bit lower. Somewhere like here. Leviathan is probably... It just got buffed, so it might be okay again. I'll put it next to the crab. Honestly, I don't know. It's a transport unit, so it can take a lot of units somewhere. That's nice to get for free. And obviously it's tankier than the transport, so you don't have a risk of it dying on the way. Now get bonus damage to other myth units, so it can actually fight against other sea-based myths without losing really hard. The Man of War, I don't really see this thing much. I think it's gonna have to go like in C. Just don't know how good it is. These things as well can probably go in a similar place. These have a special ability that like does a ton of damage, like a ton. For example, the Nereid special will take like half the HP off of these Skylers or whatever they're called. So that's a lot, but at the same time, I think a Skylar can 1v1 it still, so this can go in C tier. These Skylar things, or however you pronounce their name, probably goes in S somewhere. I think they've been the best water myth unit so far. I think they did just get nerfed, so maybe I'll put them here, but they're still really good. Servant, can go in B tier somewhere. I mean, it's not great, but it does have healing, so it can be useful. I have built like extra of these before and healed my ships or each other with them. So yeah, allows you to siege the enemy dock, for example, without taking any damage because you just keep healing all the damage the dock does, which is really, I guess really nice to have, especially for free, right? The free myth unit. War Turtle, the last thing we need to rank. I haven't used these things much at all. I don't think they're amazing. I just throw them in C with the other stuff. Yeah, that's everything. Got through the entire list. I don't know if there's anything I want to move around actually. It looks kind of good. Some things I could easily move up or down though, like Pasuchos, Scorpion Man, Prometheans. You know, they're arguably better than some of these, like Avengers, Argus, maybe even Cyclops. But I guess it depends, like, how you use them or what you're fighting against. So yeah, it can be hard to... I mean, they're all pretty closely ranked here, right? The bottom of A and the top of B, so yeah, it's probably fine. And these are looking very strong at the top of S. All of these things are commonly used in games right now. They're all really strong. Then we have some of the less commonly used things, but they're like also all very good. I think Galadriel is used a lot, but the other things are not necessarily used every game. And yeah, these, I feel like these are some of the worst stuff you can have. If you age up with these things, it's usually not for the myth units. For the techs or the god powers probably. But yeah, the first tier list I've made. I don't know if I'll make more on other things, but thanks for watching and see you in future videos, I hope.